Ethan Blake was a self-made millionaire, the kind of man everyone in the city admired. Tall, confident, and always dressed in expensive suits, people assumed his life was perfect. But behind the high walls of his mansion, there lived a little girl who carried silent scars. His only daughter, Lily. Lily was just 10 years old, a bright-eyed girl who loved painting rainbows and writing little stories in her diary. Her mother had passed away when she was still a toddler. To fill the emptiness in his daughter's life, and truthfully in his own, Ethan had remarried. Her name was Vanessa. She was young, beautiful, and charming in public. To the world, she seemed like the perfect stepmother. But only Lily knew the truth. Vanessa's sweet smile disappeared as soon as Ethan left for work. At home, her face twisted into something cold and cruel. She would mock Lily, calling her useless, clumsy, and a burden. What hurt most was not the harsh words, but the way Vanessa's hands sometimes turned violent. Lily never told her father. She believed he was too busy, too important, and she didn't want to be the reason for his sadness. She thought, like most children do, that silence would protect the people she loved. One ordinary afternoon, fate changed everything. Ethan had finished a big business deal earlier than expected. Instead of celebrating with colleagues, he decided to surprise his daughter at home. "She'll be so happy to see me early," he thought as he drove his sleek black car through the mansion gates. The moment he stepped inside, he heard something that froze him in place. It came from the living room. Ethan's heartbeat raced. Slowly, he walked closer, his polished shoes clicking against the marble floor. And then he saw it. Lily was on the ground, her little hands covering her face. Vanessa stood over her, furious, her foot raised as if she had just kicked the child. "Stop crying, you pathetic brat!" Vanessa's voice was sharp like broken glass. Time stopped for Ethan. For years he had trusted Vanessa, defended her, believed her to be kind. And now, in front of his eyes, he saw the truth. His daughter, his precious Lily, was trembling, tears streaming down her cheeks. "Vanessa!" Ethan's voice thundered across the room. Vanessa spun around, shock spreading across her face. She tried to smile, her lips trembling. "Ethan, I was just—" "Enough!" Ethan roared, stepping between them. He gently lifted Lily into his arms, holding her close. The little girl buried her face in his chest, sobbing. He could feel her tiny body shaking. In that moment, something inside him shattered. All the money, the houses, the cars, they meant nothing if his daughter had been suffering in silence. "Is this what you do when I'm not home?" Ethan's voice was low but deadly calm. Vanessa stammered, She doesn't listen. I was just teaching her." "Teaching?" His eyes burned with fury. "By hurting her? By making her afraid in her own home? You've fooled me for the last time, Vanessa." For once, the woman who loved power and control had no words. Ethan turned to his daughter, wiping her tears. "Lily, you don't have to be afraid anymore. Daddy's here now." His voice softened, breaking with guilt. "I should have seen it sooner. I promise I'll never let anyone hurt you again." That night, Vanessa was gone from their lives. Ethan filed for divorce, his lawyers making sure she would never come near Lily again. But the real challenge was healing his daughter's heart. Every day, Ethan made time for Lily. He walked her to school, sat with her while she painted, and read her bedtime stories even when he was exhausted. Slowly, her smile returned. She laughed again, her eyes sparkling with the innocence she almost lost. One evening, as they watched the sunset from the balcony, Lily hugged him tightly. "Daddy," she whispered, "thank you for coming home early that day." Tears welled in Ethan's eyes. He realized that sometimes life gives us warnings in whispers. A muffled cry, a hidden bruise, a tear we almost ignore. But when we choose to listen, when we act with love, we can change everything. True wealth is not measured in money or possessions. It lies in protecting those we love, in being present for them, and in never turning a blind eye to their silent cries.